February is a short month, but will that make it easier to stay within our budget? Let's find out together. But before that, I hope this is a slightly better camera. Hello and welcome to the February budget with me. A very special welcome back to the almost 5% of y'all who are subscribed. And if you're new here, I'm Raymond, a software engineer on the path to financial independence and retiring early. If that interests you and you'd like to follow me on my journey, feel free to hit that subscribe button. It really helps out the channel, so thank you so much in advance. So without further ado, let's talk about the things that have changed this month and how that looks like on my budget. I guess the first major thing is what you're looking at this video through right now, which is a new phone camera. And yes, indeed, I did end up getting the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. This was a little bit unexpected. I had initially planned for February to be a low spend month to slowly build over time the amount of money that I needed to actually get this phone. But I have some awesome parents and a wonderful sister who decided to gift this phone to me for my birthday. This was completely unexpected. I didn't think that they were going to do something like this. So all I can say is thank you so much. And I hope that with this new phone, I'll be able to make videos that don't have that weird fringing effect at the edges, and hopefully that improves the experience for y'all. But with that out of the way, let's take a closer look at my budget and let's see where things have actually changed. So the first thing at the top of the list is that hopefully at this point, my increase in 401k contributions will be actually reflected in my account. What that means practically is that I'll be going from $1,277.07 per paycheck going into my 401k to $1,386.52. That means that my paychecks are going to get smaller. I don't actually know if it's enough. I have calculated it before and it should be, but in any case, I have the additional savings in case I accidentally mess up and over-contribute to my 401k and don't have enough money to make rent, which would be really awkward. But funnily enough, not a lot else has actually changed in my budget. In terms of my HSA contribution, I'm still going to be adding $131.25 per paycheck, so that's twice in February, for a total of $262.50. In terms of my actual paycheck, my actual take-home, I'm expecting it to be lower and closer to what I actually have budgeted, which is $3,338.82, spread out across two paychecks. This is what I had in mind with the 38% applied, but I could be off with that and I might get even less than that. One caveat that I will say for income for this month specifically, in case you didn't know, is that February, at least for 2024, is the month that contains Lunar New Year. So in the tradition of Lunar New Year, I'm probably going to be receiving some red envelopes containing cash in them for both Lunar New Year as well as my birthday, funnily enough. It's nice to be able to double dip on that sometimes. But in any case, all that money is going to go into my investment accounts, whether that be my Roth IRA or something else. In terms of needs and wants, I still have $1,700 allocated for my housing, utilities, insurance, everything. This is fairly cheap, but I'm expecting to hit this, maybe even go a little bit over, just due to the fact that I'm actually starting to pay my internet bills now. I overpaid at the beginning. I'm actually starting to pay now, and that might be the thing that sort of pushes it over the edge. We'll figure it out. In terms of transit, this is where I'm pretty blessed. I live in a fairly walkable part of my city, so I only need to spend $60 in transit every single month. I, of course, don't own a car. It'd be pretty difficult to own a car and only spend $60 a month on everything involved with it. Groceries and necessities, I'm not changing anything here. The budget is still $400 for February. I actually got pretty close to hitting that budget or going a little bit over for January. I think I was at like $390 or something like that, $395, about $5 to $10 off of that limit. I'm hoping to keep it a little bit safer on the lower side this time, but we'll see how that turns out. In terms of temporary funds, what's coming out, I'm expecting $177.07. This is primarily with my hospital bills, which, in case you don't know, I had an unfortunate one-night stay, and now I'm pretty bankrupt. But all things considered, It's not too bad of a situation. I just need to pay them for 3 years or something like that. I'm hoping no emergencies happen, so let's keep it at 0 for now. So for credit card annual fees, I'm actually going to increase this to $695. And for those of you who are in the credit card game, that number might seem very familiar. And that is because this month I owe the annual fee, I believe, on my American Express Platinum card. I do have the Platinum card. It is a very expensive, I think the most expensive standard consumer credit card in terms of annual fees out there, but I use the credits in a way that makes it worth it. Taxes is one of those things that I'm going to leave at 0 for now, but it's pretty iffy because I am filing my taxes or expecting to file my taxes in February. I have a bunch of different circumstances that I need to iron out the details of, so I don't know exactly how much I'm going to owe or how much I am owed, and I'm going to figure that out. Travel, I don't expect any expenses to come out of my travel budget. Coffee, I'm going to leave at 0 for this month. I still have beans left over, and I'm going to use them up before I resume my subscription to insert large subscription coffee bean company here. Sponsor me if you want to get a shout out. Eating out, I'm going to leave at $50 for this month. I didn't actually end up eating out anywhere for the month of January, but this is one of those things that I actually reset every single month. It's not like the miscellaneous sort of flexible spending money. This one I reset every single month, so if I don't spend $50 on dining out every month, then I just don't have that money to spend for the next month. I don't actually have plans to dine out this month, but maybe something will come up and I'll be able to spend it there. And finally, for flexible spending, I had $200. I didn't actually spend any of it in January, but this one rolls over, so I have $400 to play with in this case. I have something in mind that I do want to buy, but I'm still not sure if I'm actually going to end up buying it. I'll keep you all informed in case I do. So all in all, that means I'm going to be spending $2,410.17 for just existing, and adding up the additional money that I'm going to be taking out from the funds, that's going to be a total of $3,282.24, which leaves us with around $928.66 to play with in terms of funding for my future goals. But that's an overview of my budget for February. Let me know what you all think, whether I'm spending too much or too little in one category, how would you allocate your money, and let me know how your budgets are going for February of 2024. In any case, if you enjoyed the video, hitting that like and subscribe button really helps out the channel, and I'll see you all in the next video.